Night had fallen over Hakkadosh's compound, and he stood quietly under the tree at the center, Eyewitness by his side. There was an air of anticipation between them, heavy with the unknown. Eyewitness began calmly, explaining that the knowledge Hakkadosh sought would not come all at once. The journey would take time, and a few hours here and there would never be enough. However, Eyewitness assured him that he could return anytime. He would always be there to guide him back into the past. With a silent nod of agreement, Hakkadosh acknowledged the terms. Then, Eyewitness handed him a pair of unusual footwear. Hakkadosh questioned the purpose, and Eyewitness urged him to wear them without hesitation, warning him never to take them off, not if he wished to return alive. The word sent a chill through Hakkadosh, but he complied, slipping them on with a gasp of unease. Eyewitness stretched out his hand, and once Hakkadosh took it, the two of them vanished. They reappeared on a strange, one-way road, wide, endless, and filled with silent travelers. This was no ordinary path. Eyewitness told him its name, the Road of No Return. It was not like the path to Olam Machishebeth, Eyewitness explained. This one carried a terrible finality. No one who set foot on it could walk back. If Hakkadosh mistakenly touched it with his bare foot, it would mean death. His eyes widened in horror as he realized the truth. The people walking this road were already dead. He was among them, but not one of them. He glanced nervously at a beautiful woman walking just ahead, her appearance strikingly normal, too normal for someone who no longer lived. A shiver ran down his spine. Eyewitness reassured him that they could not see him. He was safe, as long as he followed the rules. The road slowly veered, carrying the two of them onto a different track, away from the silent march of the dead. Then they arrived. The new universe unfolded before them, and Eyewitness called it Rahah-Kol. It was unlike anything Hakkadosh had ever imagined, a space where secrets dissolved under the weight of pure light. Red stars, sunlight but cold and heatless, floated in the void. A foot mat, round and glowing, moved slowly across the universe. The very walls around them radiated a brilliance greater than any of the stars. Here, Eyewitness said, no truth could remain hidden. This was where the past lived. It was a realm that held every answer Hakkadosh had ever dared to ask. Hakkadosh looked around and wondered aloud if others had stood here before him. Eyewitness answered with reverence, he was there by the order of Gabriel and the council. That answer stirred more questions, but Eyewitness advised him to stay calm. He would find out everything in time. Then came the warning. This place, Eyewitness said, could cost him something valuable. Perhaps the ability to perform astral projection, or maybe even the drive to question further. Certain knowledge could endanger a life, not just for a moment, but for eternity. And so, to preserve his greater purpose, he would have to lose something. If that was true, Hakkadosh reasoned, then he might as well ask all his questions now. Eyewitness respected his decision but cautioned him once more. He would wait nearby, ready to return him home before it became too late, before the pull of the past overwhelmed him and claimed him like it had done to many others. Not everyone had returned. Some had been so captivated by what they saw, they had wandered directly to the gate, never to speak again. But people from Hakkadosh's world, Eyewitness noted, were strong. Some had returned and become preachers of the Creator. In this world, it was the grace of Lord Jesus that made the difference. That sparked another realization for Hakkadosh, his world? Did that mean there were others? Eyewitness urged him to focus, to remain grounded in the moment. There was still more to understand. As Hakkadosh prepared to step onto one of the floating mats, Eyewitness halted him one last time. There was something important he'd forgotten to mention. He looked directly into Hakkadosh's eyes and warned him, no matter what he saw in the past, he must not touch anything. He had to remain rooted on the mat, unmoved by fear or wonder. What he would receive would depend on the kind of Bible he had read, and how deeply he had understood it. Hakkadosh promised to remember. And with that, he stepped onto one of the foot mats. Instantly, the mat latched onto his feet. The universe shifted. Darkness closed in around him, and the present dissolved. The continuation of what Hakkadosh saw will be continued in the second series of the 24 Elders titled Before the Fall.